Good afternoon, brethren. It is I, Non-Zero VT, the multiversal dragon from beyond. Beyond what exactly? Beyond your mom. That's what. Sorry, chat. I'm very grumpy and very tired today. Whether or not that's gonna make for some good content is anyone's guess, but we're rolling with it anyway because this is probably gonna be the last time I have this much free time to stream at these hours. Although, this would probably be around the time I'd actually be able to start streaming. But hi, hello, hi. I'm gonna hope everything is not on fire, and I'm just gonna look sparingly at my other dashboards because I have a sneaking suspicion that something might go wrong today. We're gonna try again with multi-streaming, because I gotta be honest, I'm like kind of. Is it even showing me as live? Okay, Twitter is fine. As long as YouTube doesn't frickin' like crash on me, I'm fine because frankly, I just need YouTube for VOD storage at this point because Twitch, again, sucks ass at that. Let me also make sure my microphone. Okay, I sound okay, I think. Yes, I sound fine. Alright. Yeah, alright. So we are currently just yapping. I'm trying to at least do something before the end of the month or the end of my free time completely. So we're just gonna shoot the shit for right now. Gonna try and keep my sanity within a reasonable amount of tolerance because it's not it's not all that there today. I've been jumping through a lot of freaking hoops today, and it is it's not been a bunch of it's not been some pleasant hoops to jump through. It's it I had to do both onboarding paperwork, which is a pain in the ass on its own, but at the same time, please don't tell me my stream just fucking crashed. I will crash out so quickly. What the actual? Okay, we didn't crash, thank the Lord, because the crash out would be immense if it did actually crash. Because I'm so sick of my internet service provider. It's not even funny, but not only did I have to jump through hoops today with my work side of things, I also had to jump through a couple of hoops for my doctor's appointments. And I've talked about this on stream a couple of times, and I talked about it briefly last stream, but I have been trying to get a replacement for my CPAP. As you know, I have sleep apnea, which has gotten worse recently. And I need to get on that shit so I can actually start sleeping properly and don't lead myself to other problems later in life. So I finally, after having to be bounced around referral after referral to finally get in with a place, I finally get in with a place that's about solid 20-30 minutes out of my way. I have to be there at 9:30 a.m. And 3 weeks from now. That's like 3 weeks from now. So I'm going to have to wait that long just to get told, well, in order to replace your CPAP, we're going to have to do a sleep study and all of that to actually prove you have sleep apnea because my medical records for my original sleep apnea diagnosis are gone. Frickin' record keeping at its finest. So I can't just get my CPAP replaced. So I'm having to deal with that today, and the phone call took forever, and I'm just craving a lobotomy because of that. Yeah, I never want to have to deal with this sort of thing. I'm hoping to get my insurance changed. Excuse me. And so that way this problem isn't a problem anymore. I don't have to ever have to deal with the pain in the ass that is going to my one doctor for a referral, and they just don't ever get back to me on my referrals. So I'm looking forward to that not being a problem, but it's just ridiculous how many hoops I have to like jump through just to get this one thing taken care of. So I'm just that lobotomy is looking nicer and nicer as the days go by. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hey, and actually, fun fact. I mean, I gotta shill this anyway. We have a throne now, by the way. I haven't checked it recently. Let me make sure. But we have a throne now, and I haven't got it in my card just yet. But well, actually, I don't even have a card at all. I don't. I should probably set that up so people actually have my socials and links. I'm kind of upset I haven't done that, but I legit do have a lobotomy fund on there. So if you want to add to the lobotomy fund, go right ahead. It's there. But yeah, it's been a wild couple of weeks, and I'm just exhausted on so many levels, chat. It's gotten the sleep apnea has gotten worse. I can't even pronounce like big words anymore. It's bad. But yeah, it's been okay, all in all, on the not sleep side of things. I mean, I have been rot maxing just maybe a little bit because, well, job hunting does that to a motherfucker. Yeah, it's so weird. I could have probably been like grinding out streaming, but it took a while to actually want to stream because, as you know, I've talked about it on Twitter, but like my tracking broke and it took forever to fix. Now that I had it fixed, I was like, thank God. And I don't know if it's like, it's not PTSD, but opening up VTube Studio just did not VTube Studio, VC Face just didn't feel good for a while. And it's only recently that I kind of feel happy to open it up again. I don't feel the same level of dread that another massive boundary breaking tech issue isn't gonna set me back a couple of days worth of work. So that's something. That's something I'm very happy about, and frankly, I hope and pray that I never have to deal with something like that again. But knowing my luck, I'm gonna have to, and it's just it's a nightmare, chat. You'd think getting a degree in IT stuff, this would be no-brainer fixes. It's not. It's really not. Because I think technically in a lot of ways I'm kind of in the minority of streamers who use VC Face when there are better options, but the problem is the better options don't really work for me. So I'm kind of stuck with VC Face for right now, and troubleshooting on this particular piece of software is a bitch and a half. So I don't particularly care for it. Ugh, I'm already gonna have to take a piss break here in a second. Because I'm drinking water. Believe it or not, I'm actually drinking water. That's a good sign, I think. I hope it's a good sign, because otherwise I'm fucked. Yeah. I still do, unfortunately, have some things I need to do before tomorrow. Because I do actually have some shopping I need to do, which I'm, of course, not looking forward to because I hate shopping, especially these days. Well, mostly it's just because the summer sun gets so bad here that I actively wish to limit my amount of exposure to the heat. Mostly just because when I go out there and once I come back inside, my energy just disappears completely. and it does not come back. So I have to basically just do, and that's just like 30 minutes of exposure. So anyways, I'm gonna have to go to Walmart to get some summer appropriate work clothes because I'm working in the sun now. And it's fine, really. It's not the first time I've worked this job full time. It's just gonna be some adjustment because I was practically unemployed for the past 3 months, which presents its own set of unique challenges. But at the same time, not much I can do about that because, well, nobody wanted to hire me in the first place. So I had to go crawling back to a previous job, which is not a bad job. Not a bad job at all. And pay is actually pretty decent, a lot more decent than I was expecting, so actually having access to money again isn't gonna hurt anything. I think. But I'm in a weird place. Very, very weird, discomforting place. Okay, be right back. I'm gonna go piss. Where is my... just... You'd think I'd know where my transitions are. I have a Stream Deck. Why don't Alright, chat. Piss has been deposited. Yeah. So, one of the things that I plan on... I was thinking about this earlier today, because it kind of came to my mind. And it's a little bit of a rant. Just a little bit. Because... I don't know if this is like... I don't know. Part of it just, makes me feel like I'm just complaining to complain. But something that has been bugging me recently, and believe it or not, this is genuinely a Twitch W, but at the same time, I still find it stupid. Because what bugs me about affiliate status, what really does bug me about it, is that when you don't have it, basically you are limited on what your chat can do with your stream. And that annoys me as somebody who ordinarily would have a ton of different things going on. Like I'd have, integrated throwing system plugged in, all sorts of things like that. Ordinarily. But the problem is I can't realistically do that because, well, I don't have access to things like channel point redeems. So there's really not much to do except chatting, and I'm not gonna make my lurkers feel bad when they, when they don't want to chat. I get it, Chatting in a small VTuber stream is a little bit uncomfortable. Just a little bit, I will admit that. So it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm honestly upset that they just haven't gone ahead and just gotten rid of affiliate status. Because realistically, what is it doing? I mean, I don't understand at all why they want to continue to force people into the pain in the rear that is trying to set up affiliate status. I don't know. It's a pain that most of these requirements I have met, but like I don't know. It's the 3 viewer count thing that's really killing me. And I don't know. This is very much old man yells at cloud. Don't take me seriously. I'm just venting a little bit today. I shouldn't be. I realistically shouldn't be, but you know, it gets frustrating when you've been doing this for a while, and like even when they nerf the requirement, you still don't meet that. I just don't know. It's like it kills any incentive to interact with me, I think. I don't know. I just want channel points, man. Having that would probably make my streams a lot more fun. But like I said, I'm just complaining because, well, I'm already fucking grumpy today, so you know what? I'm doubling the fuck down. Just a little bit. I'm not exactly, I probably shouldn't have streamed when I'm in this bad of a mood. But at the same time, I want to do something I enjoy so I don't lose my sanity. So, welcome to my paradox. It's been a day. But we are going to start grinding for affiliate. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was checking my messages. But like I said in the past, we are going to start grinding for affiliate soon, because I want to be able to do more stuff with you guys. Not necessarily having a way for my community to kind of like stick around is probably what's causing a lot of problems. That's why I built that's why we have the Discord now, which you can, if you want to check it out, use !Discord in Twitch chat. If you're watching this on YouTube or Twitter, I unfortunately cannot help you there. They have yet to find a way to combine chats across platforms, which I'm hoping a plugin for that comes around soon, because then that way I can pay a lot better attention to more people. Because I feel bad because some people just do not like coming to Twitch, which I can understand that. The Twitch platform kind of sucks. So there's that, and I would definitely like it if I wasn't using YouTube for more than just YouTube storage or VOD storage. But the way things are right now is I just do not feel any reason to stream primarily on YouTube. I stream primarily on Twitch just for, well, Twitch, and even though that has its obvious massive pitfalls, it's still a lot better than like primarily streaming on YouTube. Like, I'm gonna give a controversial opinion. If you're a VTuber streaming on YouTube, I think you should probably, I feel like if you're not corpo, you're basically kneecapping yourself. That's just my opinion, though, so don't take my words too seriously on that. I'm no genius, chat. I will be the first to frickin' admit that I do not have the highest intelligence stat. Dribbled like a basketball as a child, and my best friend hit me with sticks. He did that a lot. Yeah, it is turning into one of those days pretty quickly. So we're chilling though. We're chilling somewhat. I want to say somewhat. What to talk about next? Because I feel like sometimes I just end up repeating myself over and over again, and it can cause some issues, some very very real issues. uh, I don't know. Sometimes the ADHD tangents just don't tangent very well. Um, which yeah, some days are better than others, but today's just been weird. I mean, like my massage gun. I got a massage gun for Christmas. That thing has had a lot of use today because honestly, uh, it's been the one thing that's been keeping my neck from like stabbing me 24/7 today. Ugh, it's been working wonders on my neck, thankfully, because, well, if you don't know, I have a pretty, I need new pillows. That's really just it. I need new pillows, and I need to stop using a pillow wedge all the time. I'm a side sleeper, so that tends to cause some issues. And I unfortunately don't go into a deep enough sleep to keep myself from jostling around at night, and basically I end up sore as all get out the next morning. Which I'm tired of, frankly. But, that's why we're trying to get that fixed. I'm gonna have to deal with this early in the morning, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's just fine. It's fine. The sooner I do actually get better sleep, though, it's gonna be over. We're gonna hit so many content goals. It's gonna be great. Hydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate. That's a sentence I need to be saying on a very regular basis. Hope you guys can't hear me sipping, because that would be probably very unpleasant for you guys, or unless, some people are interested in that sort of thing. I don't know. There's the Speaking of weird sounds, chat, did you know that holding in your farts is bad for... Excuse me. Did you know that holding in your farts is really bad for your blood pressure? I found that out today. And that makes sense, because probably holding in a fart is just not something you're supposed... Well, it's obviously not something you're supposed to do. So basically, chat, shred ass, essentially. Shred ass, it's for your health. Don't fart. Don't take that as a way of saying you should fart directly into the microphone. You shouldn't, like, ever. Like, don't fart into the microphone, please. Who are you? Who you? I am non-zero. Hi. Hello. Welcome on in. Is it? For my health? Yes. Yes. Shred ass for your health. That's what you should do. You don't want to, like... You just don't want to hold in your farts in general. Just don't fart into the mic either. That's still weird. Anyways, welcome on in. This is pretty much par for the course. This is what you get is what you see. Welcome on in. I may or may not have some screws loose. Some. Yeah, but yeah, hi. What was I saying? I just randomly checked chat. But anyways, getting back to the topic at hand. I wonder if it's the same with burping as well. Because, like, if you don't... I'm wondering if it's, like, kind of the same case there. Because for a lot of probably for the same reasons, I'm wondering if just the reason it's bad for your blood pressure is because you're building up pressure somewhere else. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm no health expert, which makes sense because, well, honestly, could you imagine me as a doctor? That sounds like a recipe for a disaster and then some. Because honestly, uh I don't know. I think I'd probably like misdiagnose so many people. I would get sued for malpractice first day. I guarantee you. Uh yeah, no, I couldn't be a doctor. I I think my mom kind of wanted me to be a doctor because not too long ago I had an internship as an IT intern at a hospital, and like my mom was constantly asking like, "Hey, maybe you'll get to wear scrubs," which I don't know if that's like an admission of something or maybe like saying she's disappointed in me in like a roundabout way. I don't think I want to find out, but that happened. It certainly happened, and I don't know how to process that information, nor do I think I want to process it, because I'm pretty damn sure it will just make me sad. Than I'm already. Yeah. And that probably just scared off pretty much everyone. I have a habit of doing that. It's, it's not a good thing. And screaming into the uncaring void aside, I think where did I put that? Okay. In the background, I'm dealing with some, not necessarily paperwork, but also just other things that have been kind of neglected on my end, which I'm trying to fix slowly. It's not going the best. That's fixed. All right. Oh, so Satisfactory 1.1 came out today. I've played a little bit of that. Uh, I don't know if we're gonna stream that anytime soon. I that's a good game to stream, but I want to know what I'm doing before I stream it. I want to actually know what I'm doing because otherwise it's not gonna be fun to watch me do it because, well, it's just gonna suck in a lot of ways. I don't think anyone would want to watch that because, like people want to watch Satisfactory to like enjoy the satisfying part of it. I don't do the satisfying part of it. I'm very amateur at that. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I am not. I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older or just I don't have as much energy as I used to, which makes sense. I guarantee you that most of the issues I've been having is because I have not been able to sleep well for a while, which is a problem. And I'm just about halfway tempted to take my old CPAP, disgusting as it is, and just bathe it in isopropyl alcohol for 24 hours so I can actually use it. But I know that is just a bad idea waiting to happen, so I'm not going to do that. But part of the reason I've been feeling myself kind of slipping with gaming recently is just I don't have as much energy as I used to. And I'm positive that has something to do with the sleep apnea. There's no other explanation. So it's a big issue, and honestly I need to fix it. And I'm glad that I'm actually taking steps to fix it as slow as it's going. It's it is what it is. I want to do more collabs though coming into this year. I just need to nut up and ask people to collab because, well, The stress and fear that it causes me to actually DM my mutuals, it legit makes me seize up a little bit, because it's like, what if I say what if I word things in the wrong way and like they end up getting mad and then they don't want to talk to me? I'm afraid of that, honestly. Um, and like, even still, I sometimes feel like I do not. This is going to be more talking about brainworms, but I do have some brainworm issues, to where I'm afraid that if people were to look at my content, if like I ask for a collab, they look at my content and then they just see, oh, this guy doesn't. I'm afraid of being seen as unworthy of collabing with. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm brainworms today, but it it it's a fear of mine that I just don't fit the criteria, whatever that criteria is, if it's just, imagined or not. I'm just afraid I won't meet that criteria and I will get rejected. And I'm afraid that they might be right. So that's my problem with asking for collabs. It's a scary thing for me. But I know, like I said, it's just brainworms, and I'm going to try to make the effort. It's not a fun time dealing with that. And I understand why a lot of other streamers, like, I'm going to use Pippa as an example. She's like mutuals with a lot of streamers and even has been in the DMs of some other streamers. But she's terrified of asking for collabs, which, now that I technically could do that, I'm scared to, because, well, a lot of the content creators I'm thinking about, I really look up to, and I don't want to embarrass myself in front of them. And that is a very real very real fear. So, I don't know. I keep saying numbers don't matter, but at the same time, there's that stupid fucking worm in the back of my head that's telling me otherwise. And frankly, I just need to get that worm to shut up. And I need to slowly but surely work on that. And it's taking some time, sure. But I'm getting a little bit better with my self-confidence. I will admit that. And I'm happy to be in a state where I can, at the very least, actually work on it and not just feel myself slipping further and further into the brainworms. And I'll probably start feeling a lot better, because I always feel better doing hard, intensive labor. And that's the kind of job I'm going to be doing. So I'm hoping that that helps some things out, and it more than likely will. So it's a wait and see. But yeah. Uh so I I need to actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually start planning out schedules week to week. Um Hopefully. So starting this Sunday, that's when that's gonna go into effect. Once we do that, we can go forward from there, and that's gonna be the beginning of when we start grinding for affiliate. I'm fighting off a headache right now, and I'm trying to hit the hour mark today, because the last time I've only made it to 45 minutes or 30 minutes, which I really do want to actually hit the hour mark today. Believe it or not, it's just I'm fighting off a headache that is winning slowly but surely, and I don't know if taking an ibuprofen is going to help that. But in the meantime, I don't know. Let me see. I've got some Advil. Let's see if that helps. If that doesn't help, then I will quit stream and go lay down, which pisses me off that I would have to do that, but if I have to. If I fucking have to, I'm going to. I apologize for the biblically accurate VTuber moment. Let me see if he's online. No, he's not. Okay. Gonna ask a friend if he wanted to play Rivals. But it appears he is offline. For some reason. I'd find out, but no. Yeah. I actually want to raid out today. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually start doing that. I need to do... It's really just habit. It needs to be a habit where I actually like raid out, because that is one of the things that most streamers do. And yeah, okay, sorry, somebody sent me something very traumatizing. Okay, wow. All right. I lost my train of thought completely. I really did just lose my train of thought completely. What was I talking about? Holy crap. I went to check something, and I completely lost my train of thought. That's not good. I'm gonna have to figure out a segue, because, well, if I don't, we're gonna have some problems. Hey, I was gonna check this really quickly. Making sure. Alright, that's working. Alright. I had to make sure my YouTube was actually working, because I want to make sure my streams aren't falling apart at the seams. Because that's something that has happened in the past, and I don't like it. Thankfully, though, internet's actually been pretty stable recently, which is surprising, because it hasn't been this stable for a while. But yeah. There's some things. I've talked about my disdain for Spectrum. I think a lot of the topics that I have just end up being stuff that has been annoying for me during that time, which I mean, it is fun to talk about, yeah. At the same time, it does kind of get annoying for your viewers after a while when you're just complaining about shit. So that's valid. Uh, I think. I hope. I don't know, chat. I think Twitter just broke. I've been predicting Twitter was gonna break for a while, actually, and yeah, I think it just broke. um, because Twitter has not been stable for a while now. It's only gotten worse. I I don't think it's gonna actually unironically break completely. And I'm pretty sure that's either this week or next week, knowing my luck. Uh okay. This is gonna be piss break number 2. I'm drinking actually a lot of water now, and that's causing the need for piss breaks. So I shall return momentarily.